It's Tasha, that's Steph. Let's go ahead and fill in the rest. We gon' eat a little, prank a little. Our story time is the best. Have you LOL when you click play? No, this ain't no clickbait.
What up, y'all? It's Tasha back with another video. Before I get into the video, I'm gonna ask you guys to please thumbs the video up if you like it, share, comment, and subscribe. If you're new here, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the family. If you're poor, welcome back. Stephanie's not with me today because I'm doing a solo mukbang, y'all. So, gimme what you got, baby.
Let's get into the video.
Man, y'all, this is my first time trying this place called Jimmy John's. If y'all know, when you guys look at mukbangs, or it wasn't even mukbangs. I don't even know how I found out about this place, but I've been, commercials. I've been watching this commercial with these sandwiches for years, and I've wanted it, but it wasn't in my state. So then they came to my state, but it was like 2 hours away. Now they just moved right down the street from my house. So I've been craving these, even though they just regular sub sandwiches. And I'm about to get into them. This is a 16-inch sandwich. Stephanie is going to have the smaller inch, even though she prefers biggers, but inches.
What?
I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, you gonna have to.
8 is way too much for me.
I'm just playing, y'all. I hope she edits that out. I really hope she edits that out. All right, y'all, real quick, I'm about to doctor up my sandwich because I didn't ask for not salt and vinegar. I didn't ask for oil and vinegar because I didn't want my sandwich to be soggy. If it's gonna be soggy, it's gonna be soggy because of me. So I got my own oil and vinegar. I like a lot. And then I didn't ask for mustard because they didn't have mustard that I like. They had some, I don't know, whole grain mustard, and I'm just not interested in whole grain mustard. I just didn't put mayonnaise. I asked for extra mayo, which is so fattening, but I don't care. And I don't think they put it on there. So I'm gonna leave that to the Lord and say the Lord didn't want me to have extra mayo. So leave it at that. Okay. Now I gotta get into this sandwich real quick because, okay, let me tell you what it is first. It's turkey, salami, cucumber, lettuce, tomato, all the regular stuff. All right, let me just bite this sandwich real quick. Let me get into this sandwich real quick. It's a regular slab sandwich. It's good though. I gotta get some mayo. So today I'm gonna finish, I don't even know if I'm gonna finish, but I'm gonna continue my story about stud and femme. If you guys don't know the story, you gotta go check out my last, not even my last solo, but a couple solos ago. It wasn't a Taco Bell, but it was some solo. What I'm gonna do is finish where I left off. And that was that when Fem slapped my ex-girlfriend in the face and told me to go get my son. I didn't even no meat in that bite. This sandwich got me feeling like a newborn baby, not knowing how to eat. First of all, I want meat in my sandwich. Let me try it. Oh, she got me mad at this long ass video. Yep. I got some barbecue chips from them. And Doritos, because I'm greedy. And that. So, I'm gonna continue the story. So after I left that night, now mind you guys, when she kicked us out and she had to go pick up my son, we're in Vegas, 4 hours away from LA, which is where we lived, and I had been drinking. So I still decided to drive home, which I think was dumb. I did pull over on the side of the road for a little while and went to sleep. I think for like 30 minutes until my girlfriend was like, we need to hurry up and get home. Because she was a dumb tramp too. She was like, we need to hurry up and get home. Okay, I'm drunk and I'm trying to live. But went ahead, drove home. By that time I had sobered up because I didn't drink that much. I was just kind of buzzed. Picked my son up. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm disturbing my what? How old was he? Like 3? My 3-year-old sleep, picking him up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And anyway, so I was irritated by that. I was irritated by the fact that I had to wake up. The person that was watching him was was Fem's really good friend, but I didn't really know her like that, but I trusted Fem. So I'm going to her house at 4 o'clock in the morning, picking up my kid, and it was just a mess. So anyway, at that moment, I decided not to speak to them anymore. So I cut off all contact, didn't call, didn't text. I don't know if they called me or texted me either. I don't think so. I think I blocked the number. And the reason why I didn't want to talk to her anymore was not because she slapped my ex-girlfriend. Excuse me, girlfriend at the time. But because you told me to go get my son, and that was just weird to me because that was supposed to be like your nephew. So I decided not to talk to them anymore. I don't know how much time had went by. I don't know if it was 6 months or a year, because I had stopped talking to them a couple times, which is going to be told in this story. So I think at this time it had been like 6 months. And before then we talked every single day, several times a day, y'all, and hung out several times a week. This was just life. They were like everything to me, okay? One day Fem hits me up on Facebook or MySpace, I don't remember what it was, I think it was Facebook, and apologized to me, said that she missed me, the kids missed me, because they both have kids or whatever. The kids missed me, the kids missed Elijah, I'm sorry, and they missed me and blah blah blah. So immediately I accepted the apology, and I was there with open arms, like, okay, everything's cool, whatever. We started talking again, we started hanging out again. Oh, she was like, oh, I'll try to get along with the girlfriend, because I was still with the girl or whatever. I'm just like, all right, let's try this again. Things remained the way they had always been in our relationship. They didn't really like her. But they tolerated her. But they still would try to hook me up with other girls behind her back or whatever, which I was cool with, because I don't care, because I didn't like her, like I said. She wasn't a good girlfriend. So we have our relationship back, everything is fine, right? One day my sister comes over. I had only invited all my friends, which happened to all be lesbians. I mean, some of my friends, which happened to all be lesbians, that came over. And my sister was like, where's my invite or whatever? So I invited my sister. Now, I already know my sister don't really feel, she says whatever she wants. And I don't even feel like she likes the lesbian thing too much. So I would never think of inviting my sister out with me and my friends at this point. So we're all hanging out, we're all playing games, doing whatever we're doing. My sister had said that everybody's arguing, and I'm like, what's going on? I didn't know what was going on because I was in the other room. So come to find out, my sister, they were talking about kids, and my sister said something like lesbians shouldn't have kids, or lesbians shouldn't be raising kids, something like that. Now I feel like that's very offensive, especially if you're sitting in a room full of lesbians, okay, who have kids, including me, who has a child and who I have raised my child very well. So I would have been upset about that too. But they ended up arguing and going overboard, and the stud got up in my sister's face. Now, even though this is my friend, you're not gonna get in my sister's face. That's just how I feel. Me and Stud almost got into a fight like 3 or 4 times, and we never hit each other because we were so close. I feel like we just both have a temper, but I feel like if you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm not gonna let you stand up in no woman's face. Even though you're a woman too, they women, whatever the case is, that's how it is. So we're arguing, we mad at each other. I'm like, get up, don't step in my sister's face, blah, blah. We going back and forth. And she was like, you said you didn't even like your sister, and said something about my nephew. I don't know what she was saying about my nephew. Now, I feel like when you have a friend, that friend is supposed to keep everything you say in confidence, because that's what a friend is. And I never said I didn't like my sister. I may have said it at some point, because I mean, I had good and bad times with my sister, and I probably voiced that to them. Yeah, I may have said it. But the point is, you don't go back and tell my family what I said about them, and you're supposed to be my best friend. You're supposed to keep shit between us. I don't mention the things that you told me. I ain't told this person and that person the things you told me, because I know things about her and she know things about me. You don't share those things, but she did that. She's scandalous. I felt like that was scandalous. So boom, the second kick to my face, you're gonna sit up there and you're gonna tell my sister that I said some shit like that. So there we go again, not speaking. I don't think this time was as long as the last, but we didn't speak for a little while. I was upset because I felt betrayed. Even though I didn't stop talking to them for a long time, everything you do to me, everything that happens in our relationship, I'm gonna slowly stop trusting you. I'm gonna slowly stop having faith in you and things like that. That's what you gotta understand. So that happened. Then we start talking again. I think I'm gonna finish the story just to make it be done, y'all. I'm not gonna go into detail about everything, but I'll finish what happened. So that happened. We stopped talking for a little while. We started talking again. Everything was fine. I'll fast forward to me and Stephanie being together. They never had nothing bad to say about Stephanie. They never disrespected her. They never nothing. Everything was fine with Stephanie and them. And this is the only woman. There's another girl in the mix that they had a problem with, that femme threw a cup at the girl's head. So you constantly disrespecting the females I date. So it is what it is, whatever. It's always an issue. It's always a problem. So, but when it came to Stephanie, there was no disrespect. There was no talking about her. There was no nothing. Everything was good. And this is, you know, for a few years. I decided to marry Stephanie. And I told them that I was gonna marry Stephanie, that I wanted to marry Stephanie. Fem was like, cool, you know, no problem, whatever. Steph was like, nah, I don't think you should, or I don't think you're ready, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna do it anyway. So, anyway, fast forward, we plan a trip to Vegas for Stud's birthday. Stephanie don't really like sharing rooms with people, and I understand why. But they wanted to share a room, so we ended up just sharing a room. My sister went with us. Not the one that I was talking about earlier, but my other sister went with us. And when me and Stephanie went into the bathroom, Stud was talking to my sister and said to my sister, how do you feel about them getting married? My sister was like, I love it, you know, because my sister is all for it. My sister loves Stephanie. And she was like, I think Stephanie crazy, or something like that. That's what my sister told me. I don't know what was said because I didn't hear it, but of course I believe my sister. I didn't hear the conversation, and it wasn't even mentioned to me until afterwards. So anyway, we share in a room. Everybody buys liquor, everybody whatever. We always share money. That's how our relationship was. So before we left, we ended up leaving. Me, Stephanie, and my sister ended up leaving before them. We didn't ride together. So before we left, I think Stephanie got herself something to drink. Now this was particular bottle of liquor or whatever. I think they bought. Stephanie poured herself a drink before we left, and we left while they were like somewhere in the lobby. I'm not sure. Stud texted me and she was like, that's effed up. Y'all gonna sit up there and drink all the liquor, blah, blah, blah. And this baffled me because we have always shared everything. They have borrowed money from me. I'm not even sure if I ever borrowed money from them, just saying. But they have bought me a lot of stuff, so I ain't gonna say that. They paid for my drinks, paid for this, paid for that at times when I didn't have anything. And they borrowed money from me. So I didn't know. I just thought it was weird that it was an issue. I thought it was weird that they even came at me like that. I just started to feel like, what the fuck is our relationship anymore? This shit is not even a relationship anymore. This is all some weird shit. So that happened. I was upset. We ended up talking on the phone back and forth or whatever. And then my sister told me what she told me, so I was even more upset. So then I hit one of them, I hit Stud up, and we just arguing back and forth. We're arguing back and forth, and we talking about I'm gonna kick you. We just arguing, right? It's just ridiculous. So, excuse me. So I shared some things with Stud that I knew would hurt her. I shared some things with, I do feel like I was wrong for this. I do feel like I was wrong for telling someone else that was very close in our circle, but closer to them, something out of anger. But it was something that I thought or still believe was already known, but I told it because I was mad. I wasn't even telling it. I'm sorry. I was talking about it. Because they called me and said, I don't know why, but motherfuckers calling me, whatever the case is. Everybody's immature up in this situation. That's how I feel. I feel like I was immature for just continuing to be friends. Basically, I'm gonna just say it like that. I don't care how much you love somebody. Sometimes you need to let relationships go, especially when you know that these motherfuckers are talking behind your back to other people, telling other people your business. They telling other people in the circle your business. They telling you other people in the circle's business, but y'all don't know. It's just a whole lot of bullshit going around, and I feel like I should have ended that relationship a long time ago, no matter how much I love them. There was a lot of stuff in between that I didn't mention, but basically the bottom line was I said a lot of things about Fem to Stud that was gonna make her upset, and it was intentional. It was to hurt Stud. It wasn't to do anything else. I didn't want to hurt Fem. I wanted to hurt Stud. So I said a lot of things to her. There's things that Stud has said to me that would hurt Fem or that I know, but I never revealed that. So to me, a part of me felt like, I was being disloyal to Fem because I said all these things, but it was not, that wasn't intentional. It was to hurt Stud. I would never say things to Fem that I've heard from Stud because I don't want to hurt her. So I kept all that stuff when I was upset inside because I wasn't even thinking about that. All I was thinking about was hurting her. So after that situation, we threatened to beat each other up, threatened to come to each other's house. We live an hour away from each other, so we threatened that or whatever. And that was the end of our friendship. And that was a few years ago. That was before me and Stephanie got married. It was actually in June of 14 or 15, I'm not sure. And that was a good decision for me because that relieved some stress that I had in my life. I used to be depressed a lot, and I feel like best friends should see that and know that, but they never did. They never cared. And I don't care how much somebody says they love you and they're your friends. If they don't feel something or it's just, I just knew that my love was deeper. And that's when you got to end stuff. I did text Fem one day at night when I was drinking and told her that years ago that I was sorry and I missed her. And I wasn't sorry. I just missed her. And she told me the next day, she responded and she was like, I don't know if I can forgive you, my heart, blah, 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 some shit. And when I looked at the message, I was like, okay. That's all I said because, I was drinking the night before. And sometimes, when you drink, you say some things. Not to say you don't mean them, but just because I love you and I miss you and I'm sorry that these things happen doesn't mean that I want to talk to you anymore. And that's kind of where I was. And it's because of the person that she is with. It has nothing to do with her. I would still talk to Fem today if she left that thing she's with. And I don't even hate the person she's with. I really don't like the disloyalty over the years, and then you not even realizing your faults, and you got many. So I can't continue to deal with that and feel okay when I think things. There was a lot of stuff, y'all, but I ain't gonna mention them. But yeah, I'm done. My friends are the people that I deal with now, and it's a totally different relationship, totally different dynamic, and I love it. It's like an adult relationship, I guess. No talking behind each other's backs. No telling people's business. No judging, you know, somebody or what they want to do. Like, cause we all grown and we all do what we want to do. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're new here, thank you. You old, thank you. Hit the notification bell so you'll be get daily uploads, live streams, premieres. We got a vlog channel, Steph Tasha Vlogs. The link will be in the description below. I try to get Stephanie put the link of the first video, the first story in the description below. And until next time, only good vibes. Peace.